Hi everyone, welcome back. It's art journaling day today. Very excited, and this is my first Hobby Hoppers Magic Maker project, and I'm going to be using these Gansai Tambi Graphite colors in my art journal. This is my beautiful art journal from Helen McLean Leather Supplies here in Melbourne. I'm going to take it out of the case to work in because I don't want to get paint all over it. And what I want to do today is showcase these 6 beautiful colours and turn them into little art panels. So I'll just show you what they look like. Here is where they've swatched them previously. They just come out so beautifully. They have a shine to them when you polish them with a spoon, can you imagine? They're just beautiful. I really love how gorgeous the colours are. So I have some ideas about how to use these, and I wanted to do them straight in my art journal. I'm not even going to practice, which scares me a little. So this is a LT 1917. I've got this first page here which is stuck to that page, so I'm going to leave that and not use it. This is going to be a spread that I want to do art journaling with a photo that I have a plan for, so I'm going to leave that page blank as well today. I'm going to do this particular spread here. I feel like I'm just going to do a single page, but I'm not sure. These things tend to turn into what they turn into, don't they? So, very excited to get started. I got these Gansai Tambi Graphite colours here from Trish at Hobby Hoppers a little while ago, and as you can see, I swatched them out, and I just think they're gorgeous. So these paints are made, they're light fast metallic paints that have been made with graphite powder in them, so that they have the properties of both paint and graphite. So they have a matte finish, and you can, as I said, shine them up, and I just used the back of a spoon to shine them up. That's it. And they're very dark, so if I just switch to the swatch, you can see these colours at the bottom here very dark. You can see the colour within them, but you have to really spread them out to showcase this beautiful colour work that you see here. So I want to kind of do a mixture of that today, and I'm a little bit inspired by some work I did with Trish a long time ago. I was at her house just for a craft day, and I made this little panel of leaf designs on my coloured backgrounds, just using some watercolours. And Trish does have these other colours in her shop as well. The Gansai Tambi range is stunning. So what I wanted to do today was kind of imitate that in a way, but let's refresh it. So I've got here my usual scalloped glass of clean water, and this water will get dirty very quickly because of the darkness of the graphite in this paint. And I have my Betty Hayway's paintbrush here. I've got a number 7 round, which I think is going to be a good size for me, but I think what I might do today is just give myself some place to work in. I think I just want to give myself a little border. So inside the art journal kit from Helen, I also got one of these dermographic pencils. So I think, say, a space about that big. I would like to erase this when I'm done. Let's do the bottom one. And I'm not too bothered about how straight they are. I am going to just use this as a loose, a loose area to put my paint in. So I'm actually thinking what I might do for this is put some water down. So I think that gives me kind of a good idea of where to start. I'm just going to use this kneadable eraser to get rid of most of that pencil so that I can just kind of see the outline of where I want to be. And it makes it a bit easier to get rid of it later. Alright, now comes the scary part where I'm just going to put down some water. I don't want to do a lot of water, I just kind of want to give the paint somewhere to sit. So you know what, I'm just gonna do the first one, and I'm going to add the paint straight into that. So I don't need a lot, as I've discovered. So let's just touch the paint in here. Oh, there's probably not enough water to spread that out, unfortunately. Oh, it's starting to go. All right, let's grab some more water. I was being a bit cautious with the amount of water that I was using. Oh, I just love that red. It's so pretty. It's kind of a violet almost. I just move that color around. We can see, oh, I love how it moves. So just really simple. I just wanted to have a bit of variation in the color. And then I'm going to, after that, after it's all dried, as I said, I'm going to draw on these with some pens. So I'm just going to try that technique again on the square next door, and I'll see how it turns out. I am just going to use maybe a touch more water than I did in the last one, because I kind of want to drop it in. I might have gone overboard with the water. Let's see. Alright, so we have green next. Okay, let's see how this green moves around. Okay, that green is quite lovely. So I've just got myself a second little strawberry milk carton here for clean water. So I'm going to rinse in the other one and just get fresh water from the strawberry milk. Okay, so I'm just going to pop this in the center here because I'm going to wet that out again. So let's try a different way of doing it this time. Okay, so this is not blue, this is green. This one is actually yellow. So get a nice deep wash of this green. I'll just pull some away so that we have a nice little variation of color there. And I just love to watch these dry. It's just so much fun. Okay, so I just want to grab a little bit more of the red, I think. I just want to extend this a little. Okay, so we're moving on to the blue now, which just put a little water on the page. And then I'm going to drop in this blue. So pretty. And we'll just move that around to fill that square. I guess we're rectangular now, aren't we? I'll put a little more colour in. They will always dry lighter. Oh, that's a lovely one, isn't it? And let's see how this one drops in. Fabulous. They're such nice colours. Okay, let's move this one around. There's quite a bit of water on this one. Love it. And as tends to happen on my pages, the bottom of the page always ends up with bigger swatches than the top does. But that's okay, I don't mind. We'll have a bigger leaf pattern down the bottom, I think. Alright, there's our bit of space for the last one, which is our brown. Yeah, that's just lovely. Look how lovely those colours look all together. It's a really nice combination, isn't it? Okay, so let's let these dry off. Okay, I changed my mind slightly and I thought while this is drying, I'm going to have a go at just creating a wash of colour over here just to sort of see how they blend together. So I'm going to get a larger brush. I've got here a number 11 just to get a bit more water on the brush and on the page. I'm just going to give the page a good wet, not too much, don't want it to warp. I've just popped some washi around the edges just to contain the water and the paint, but I will take that off at the end, of course. I don't want to put too much, like I said, but I don't want to put too little either, but I can always add some more as we go. So let's just start it there. Alright, let's grab our paints, and I'm just going to drop some in. Okay, let's throw some red in. And I'll just pop this in a few different spots. Now obviously that is not enough water on the page, so I'm going to have to throw some more water in. I'm going to be quite generous with it actually. Let's give this a bit of a move around. Alright, let's bring in some yellow. Now hopefully the yellow should spread a little more. It's not really. I think I need a lot more water. See, it's starting to feather out there. Let's just give it a bit of help. Just see how they blend, or if they blend. Alright, some green as well in here. And I'm just imagining layering some quote over the top of this page. I love that green, it's so nice. I'm not sure I'm a big fan of the yellow in large quantities, but let's reserve judgment until they dry off a bit. I just love being so messy with such swooshes of colour. I think this green and pink go really nicely together. Okay, let's try adding some of the blue. So, you know, one thing to remember is it is so heavily pigmented, so much colour, that you just need the smallest amount. You can see there, you know, there's so much pigment in that. Just that little drop that I added. Oh, I love the way it's feathering into that pink there. Beautiful. I'll just spread this out and then I'll just add a little drop of water to that and see what happens. Hands up if you love messy art. It's very fun. Okay, violet next. I love the violet. I think I'm going to put a swatch here, and I've not got much room left for the brown, so I might just put it here, the violet, and I'll leave, maybe I'll put a little bit here, and then I'll leave the brown for here. Alright, let's disperse this violet. We've got a bit too much colour there, I think. Let's lift some of that up. There we go. So you can just go over it, lift it, and just wipe it off on a tissue. I've got some paper towel here over on the side. That is my saviour, especially for my bench, just to make sure that I can just run off any paint that I don't need. Alright, and we'll just add in a little more water here, just to spread that violet in, and then the same here. Just to grab that pinky violet grey kind of colour. I love this, it's just so much fun. Alright, a little bit of brown to finish it off, not much, and it's going to look muddy I think because it is so dark, but that's okay. I'll lift a little. You know what, I might even at this point bring in a little bit of paper towel to draw that up. Okay, I think we're pretty good. I just want to maybe clean up where there is a bit too much water down this side here, and again just a little bit of paper towel, run down the edge of that washi Really helps to clean that up. Okay, we'll just spread that colour again. And here, just a teeny tiny bit of brown. Okay, I think I've done enough there. It's quite a lot of colour, I know. And, you know, I'm quite happy with that. I'll bring it up to show you away from the light. I just really love the messiness and to see how those paints kind of move around the page. Can't wait to see how it dries. So I'm going to do that right now. I'm going to leave this to dry for a little bit and then we'll come in, see how this looks, and we'll add our artwork to this side. So I'll see you soon. Okay, here we are. Everything is dry. It's a little, maybe a little bit wet still on this side, but I'm going to leave that while I work over here. So you can see the paints have dried beautifully, lots of variations in the colour there. So what I want to do next is dive in and do some line art type stuff in there. I have this pencil case here. So if you didn't know, Trish also sells the Sakura Pigment Microns and the Sakura Jelly Rolls, and I want the white ones. I'm just going to grab all my white ones out and figure out what I'm going to do with these. So I was just thinking white might look good on these really dark muted colours. So I've got both available to me. I've got a bunch of sizes here. I might try the 10, the biggest one. Just has some scrap paper here. I just want to try it out. Make sure it's working. Yep, seems to be working. Okay, so this is where we get delicate and a bit detailed because I'm not an artist by any means. So I think I might just do a line of leafy things through this one, and what I'm thinking is I'm going to do, where it comes onto the white paper, I'm going to switch to black pen just for a bit of interest. So I think I'll do a short one in the center. So I'm just going to do some very simple little butterfly type leaves. And then where that exits the box, I just want to join that up. I'll probably go over that later, by the way. I just want to join that up underneath with with a micron. I'll go the 02, I think. Oh, I've got an 05. A little bit thicker just to match that micron. And for this, it's probably just going to be just a little bit sticking out the bottom, not actual leaves. But at the top, I thought I might just do one more and then the leaf on top. Same here, one more, maybe two more just to make it a bit different, and then the leaf on top. Oh, I think that's pretty cute. And like I said, I might go over that white again once it dries off a little. Let's try a different one for the green. I think maybe something quite simple. I'm going to do these like berry type sticks. Just simple alternating lines. Maybe just vary it a little bit. And then again, I'll continue at the top. Oh, I really like that effect. It looks quite cool. Okay, so we'll extend this out the bottom. And then again, out the top as well. So we might just have a little stick coming out there and one coming out there. And then just finish it on the top. Cute. And this green one, maybe something a little more detailed. Okay, so you can see hopefully there, and again we'll go over it a bit later. We've got this stem here that leads off into two separate stalks, and then these I just have to finish the curls outside the box. It's kind of this negative, positive kind of effect, I think. I'm really enjoying this process, so much fun. Alright, so maybe something a bit similar to that one. But just with a single head of flower. And you can really do whatever you want in these. It's just a cute little design, you know. And by making it pop out the top of the box or the bottom of the box, just gives it that little bit of kind of dimension, I think. So hopefully you can see where I'm going with this one. And then I'll just tidy them all up at the end. Okay, 2 more at the bottom here. Let's see, maybe just a single leaf. Actually, there's this cute little flower that I like to draw. It's very simple but quite bold. Kind of reminds me of like a ginkgo. And you know, I'm just kind of being quite fluid with it. And then inside of here we have a little stamen. This one's going to be contained within the box by the looks of it. I couldn't control this one. He did what he wanted. But what I will do is just extend the stem beyond the bottom of the box. Okay, the last one, let's see. I might do like a wattly type one. Okay, so that's our pattern underway. I just wanted to go over that once the Sakura has had time to dry. The jelly roll, sorry, has had time to dry, because there's a bit patchy in places, and that's just because it's going over like a bumpy surface. This paint has buckled the paper, of course. Let's move back over here. It's quite cool to the touch, which to me means it's still a little bit wet, but I might peel the washi off and we'll have a look at that outline. Okay, there we go. We've got our page of watercolor spreading out there with that graphite paint. It's so cool. So what I want to do here is I want to put a quote on here. I'm going to layer some vellum over it, and I have this one here that I've got with some butterflies. I just thought I'd pop that over the top. I might just trim it down a little bit further and then pop a quote on top of there as well. And I thought, what can I use to make a quote? And then I remembered I have my Motex label maker here. Now, handily, Trish also sells the Motex. This is where I got mine. And I've got the black tape. And I want to just write beauty is in the details. Let's write finding. So I just want to give myself a bit of space at the beginning, just in case I want to trim it to a certain length, because I'm thinking I might have all the words on different lines. There's finding. Okay, so let's have a look. I've got finding beauty in the details. So I'll probably just trim those down a little bit and put them over the vellum. At the moment, I think it's still a little bit, actually it's not too bad, but I'm just going to, in the meantime, go through and go over these white parts again. Okay, hopefully you can see that by going over it, that white again, it really does make that white pop against the background. And I am going to do the same with the black. I just kind of want to make sure it's thick enough to match the white thickness. Okay, so there we have our little line art drawings within those beautiful paint swatches. I love how that's turned out. And I think I'm ready to add my vellum over here. So I think I just wanted to trim the base, just trim this a little bit. So I'll just bring in my very dusty paper trimmer and just trim a little off the top and a little bit off the side as well. I think I'll go this side. You know what, I'll turn it around. So what I'm thinking is that will just sit over there like so. I think that's beautiful. Now I'll just grab this Kokoyu glue. I'm just going to run it around the edge. We've got a little bit of space to play with. And let's just center that as best we can. Oh, I love it. Okay, I need a bit more glue in this corner. I think that'll stick down nicely once the book is closed, just to give it a bit of extra stick. And now let's see how we can layer these on. Do I need to trim them at all? I like to have the same amount of black on each end. I've got tons of colours for this tape, but I think I want to go with the black for this. Just feels fitting. Okay, so while I pop these down, I'll just talk a little bit again about Hobby Hoppers. As I said, this is my very first Magic Maker project for Hobby Hoppers, and as I said earlier, Hobby Hoppers is run by Trish, who is just fabulous. She is a friend of mine, actually, a very good friend of mine. We catch up really often, and our dogs love each other. It's a really nice relationship I have with Trish. I think she's fabulous. So I'm really super happy to be able to support her in this Magic Maker capacity. So yes, all of the products I think that I've got here today are in Trish's shop. So the beautiful graphite watercolors, which I just adore. I am so happy with them. I missed a word. I just think they're fabulous, and I showed her the swatching earlier and she sent me a message to say that she's just ordered heaps more. So there's tons in the shop. Please go and check those out. As well as the pens, you know, all of these Sakura pens, Jelly Rolls, and the Pigma Microns. I love the Pigma Microns. Are all from Trish's shop. So you can check all of those out, as well as this fabulous Motex label maker. I love this. We had one when I was a kid, you know, the old-fashioned one that my dad let me use sometimes. I want to make this haphazard, not straight. Yeah, I had one that Dad let me use sometimes if I was good and I could type out the name of whatever it was that he was trying to organise that day. I think that's where my organisational skills began with my dad. Yeah, so when I found out Trish had them, I just had to get one. And like I said, I've got all the colours, so many colours to choose from. Oh, they're so pretty. I think I'm probably going to have to add either an enamel heart, one of these epoxy hearts, or some Nouveau drops. I think I'm going to go the heart because I love hearts, and hearts and butterflies I just can't even. So let's grab one and we'll just pop it here at the end of the sentiment Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I'm so happy with that spread. Trish, I hope you like it as well. It's my first one with you. Okay, so that's the Magic Maker project number 1. I really love how it's turned out. Tell me what you think about this layering effect here. I really loved the colours as they were, but you can see them already here in their vibrant kind of mode. I think it's nice to show them muted here under just some vellum that I've made, and yeah, putting this little Motex label on the front there just really speaks to me. I think it's just so pretty. I'm really happy with it, and I hope you are too. Please let me know what you think. I can't wait to hear from you. And don't forget to go check out hobbyhoppers.com. All the details will be in the description box below. Okay guys, thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you all again super soon. Bye!